Well, good morning, YouTube. Guys, it is about 8 a.m. Wednesday morning. We should be starting to set up soon. Does not look like they've shut the road down yet, though. So about 5:30 this morning, we moved Goliath over here to the street. You can see Rick Rack got both of their trucks and trailers here, so they're just waiting as well. It's going to be a little bit windy today, I believe, but at least it's not going to be really hot, I don't think. All right, guys, so we are right here at the corner of Seawall Boulevard and 23rd Street. You see, it's a busy road. There's cars coming up and down, but pretty soon they'll be shutting this down. And we will be putting Goliath right here in the middle of the street to do our setup. Like I said, Seawall and 23rd, right out front of the Clarion Point Hotel. If you guys want to find us, that's where we will be. So I took a walk back down to Goliath, made myself some coffee on battery power, I might add. The batteries are working great. I see police lights up here at the corner, so they just might be starting to block off the road. We're gonna go check it out and see. Right, as you can see, it looks like they're blocking the road off and doing some measuring. Guys, so what he's doing now is he's measuring a distance away from the curb, and that's where we're going to put the temporary fence that's going to run all along here, because they will still allow traffic to run down the further side of the road, but they're going to block off this side. Now we will set up, if you look, you got the turning lane right here. We will set up pretty much right in that turning lane, and our awnings will come out through the next lane. And then the lane here with the tracks in it, that's the pedestrian lane. That's where the people are walking back and forth, along with this giant sidewalk that I'm on, and the motorcycles to get back and forth to the vendors. So anytime now, they should be coming by with that temporary fence. And once they get that set up, we'll actually start measuring out our spots and making marks on the ground. And at that point, we can probably start moving in. So it's going to be a little while still, but I got coffee, beautiful weather, got nothing but time. You see, we got a team of people blocking off the roadway now, so that no one comes down 23rd Street. Alright guys, you can see they're putting up the temporary fence. At this point, no more local traffic can come through. They're almost to our corner. That right there is the crew that's measuring out the spots, so they're working their way here. Hi guys, well they just came and marked our spot. They've not given me clearance to move in yet, but they moved this back just a little bit, so we are literally right in the intersection. So our spot goes from over here. See right there? That is my back corner. See Goliath is sitting right there on 23rd Street. And my spot goes right over to where they are. You'll see there's another orange mark on the ground right in front of them, right there. All right guys, as you can see, vendors are moving in. We now have Goliath in place, almost. We got to pull forward to the back of that trailer, but that's stepping glitz there. They need to unload some of their product, and they won't be able to get their tailgate down if I'm all the way in. So we're going to give them some time to do that, and then we will pull forward right to the back of their trailer, and then we'll start our setup. All right, so we finally got moved into our spot. You can see here at the Lonestar rally, they don't give us much room. So here's Stepping Glitch trailer, just the front of Goliath. They give us zero tolerance here, zero. Most venues will at least allow 4 feet, sometimes 8 feet, sometimes 10 feet in between vendors. And this makes it hard for all of us. Luckily, I don't need that spot, but it's actually gonna make it harder for Harriet over there, the Stepping Glitch team, because it's gonna be really close to their tent. Like I said, that front area I don't use very much, but I can't walk around there anymore to get to the other side if I needed to. Guys, here we go, trying to get the awnings up. See all the way down the road. Vendors, mad dash to get set up so we can open tomorrow. All right, so all the awnings are up and in place. Now it's time to go downstairs and start unloading all the equipment out of the trailer. All right, guys, getting the inventory out, getting the back of Goliath unloaded. The guys are working on pulling the equipment out so we can get the service area set up. And we're doing the lifts at the moment. And when we were tearing down in Panama, we actually had a viewer send a message on YouTube asking about showing how these dollies that we created for the lifts work. So we're going to demonstrate those for you here in just a moment. Right now, the dollies are under the lifts, so we can just roll them around. Now, most times they actually raise the lifts up in the air, but you see with the dollies underneath it, the lifts roll nice and easy. Then we get them where we want, we pull the dollies out. All right, so there's one out, and the guys are going in to grab the other one to go here. All right, guys, you see on this one, Chip is manually pumping the lift up. Just doesn't have to bend over as much to roll it, makes it a little bit easier. And they've got to be up for us to get to the straps that actually hold the dollies on. Guys, we put the straps on it just to keep the dollies from falling out when we're rolling it, because without the straps, you'd be surprised. You think these big wheels would roll good, but every time Chip and I would hit a stone or a lip in the trailer, it would literally flip the dollies out. So the straps are integral part to keep them in. And then at this point, we just pick it up and Finn will pull it out. That easy. As long as you get the people and you're putting it by yourself, really hard to get those dollies in there. Well, we're almost completely set up. I mean, we're 99%. It's about 3:30 now. We've actually been at this 99% for about an hour. The only things left that we need to do is get water in these water barrels. Here on the seawall, they will not let us drill down into the concrete, so we can't use stakes, we can't use lag bolts. So we use water barrels. So I've got a bunch of these 15-gallon water barrels, but we need to find a place to put water in them. Normally it's right down here at this next corner, but apparently there's no water there. They're sending a water truck around, but I don't know where the water truck is. So I'm trying to figure all this out right now. All right, guys, we found the guy with the water truck. He's gonna fill up another vendor here in just a moment. He's gonna come down and take care of us. All right, so it's almost 6 o'clock p.m. Still haven't got water. Last time we talked, I was getting the water guy was like 2 hours ago. And he was trying to get down here to me, and then these people popped up to put this tent right here up, and then they backed that Penske truck up down the way, so we couldn't get to me. So I've literally been sitting here waiting. And then they tried to put that tent in my area, 8 feet into my area that I paid for. So I had to have them move that because I need that area for overflow bike parking here, because this place is very limited. You see how narrow this area is. Not a lot of room to park bikes here. So I need every bit I can get, and I paid for that extra little bit so that I can do that. And then they go try to take it in my spot. Just wasn't having it today. We are also still waiting for the power to get turned on. So we have been running on the battery bank since 5:30 this morning. It's 5:50 this evening now. So well over 12 hours. I say well over, a little over 12 hours. Air conditioning running 100% of the time. And we've also brewed 2 pots of coffee this morning, and batteries are now down to about 44%. So we're just a little bit over the halfway point. Luckily, it's not real hot out today, so the AC isn't working that hard. But still, I'm impressed that this system that I designed for this, over 12 hours with the air conditioning running with no power supply. And I say over 12 hours, like I said, the truck was running to get 2 blocks from there to here. So the truck did run for about 10 minutes of that time that we were unplugged. But that was all early this morning. It's still been hours and hours and hours since then. So pretty impressed with the system so far.
One that says life's better on 2 wheels.
Well guys, 8:30 at night, they finally turned on our power, so we have electricity now. My batteries are starting to charge up. They got down to 38%. All right guys, and now 9 o'clock at night, the guy with the water truck finally made it here. I feel bad for the guy having to work so late, but at the same time, we've been sitting around for 5 hours waiting for him to get here. Yeah, 5 hours after he said he was going to follow me. Remember guys, that was at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is 9 o'clock at night now. Does that math work out right? Yeah, that's 5 hours. All because they decided to throw this tent up over here right when he was trying to get to me and block them off. So at that point, I get it. He couldn't get here, so he went and filled up other people. Then he ran the tank empty, had to go fill up the tank. And unfortunately, they didn't give him a fire hydrant to fill this 500-gallon tank with. So he's filling it with a garden hose somewhere on the other side of the island. So very time consuming to fill that up and then get back over here. But sometimes it's just the way it works. Remember, being a vendor isn't always parties and sunshines and rainbows. It's work, it's hassles, it's headaches. It's still a lot of fun. But this is what we do.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna get soaked.
Careful, baby, you're in the splash zone. All right, guys, now the water truck is gone. What I'm doing is putting these covers on the barrels. So, see, the barrels are just pretty nasty looking, old used water barrels. But I have these. So these right here, these are actually like collapsible laundry bins or something like that. We pick them up at Walmart for about $5 or $6 a piece. Well, at least they used to be. It's been a couple years. But they happen to fit the barrels exactly the right size. Now we cut a little slit in the top just so that the handle that's on the barrel right here can slide through it, and then we can hook our strap to it. Just makes them look better. So there's no other purpose than to make it look nice. These are black. Got them in blue before as well, but got 3 more of these to cover up, and I think we'll finally be done. Hi guys, 9:15 at night, and we are finally done. We just gotta drop these last couple curtains and call it quits. But I think that's it. Setup day here was long and boring for the most part. I mean, I sent Chip home at like 3:30, 4 o'clock, right after I got back with the guy chasing with the water. I figured, well, the water guy's gonna be here any minute. I can hook up the straps, don't need Chip to wait around. Told him to go ahead and take the rest of the day off, and then I end up sitting here for 5 more hours. But we're done. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and until the next time we see you.
Keep those engines running.
Yeah, what she said.